Hello. Sorry guys, I apologize. I'm kind of like a late tonight. I was like working on something else that it's like still a secret, but yeah, soon I will reveal it to you. But in the meantime, I need like to keep it a secret. So yeah, I'm here. So good evening everyone. I'm quite glad you could make it. Yeah, sorry if I'm late, but I'll try to catch up. I was like trying to boot everything up just to be sure I would be ready for you guys. But while I'm doing this, um, basically like this week, like nothing super extraordinary. I don't think I worked on little things, but I don't think I worked on the talent. So I think it's pretty much where I left it the last time. So let's just open it up. Hello everyone. Hello Pixel Desire 3D. Yes, I actually do desire pixel and digital sculpting. I'm digging this. It's a passion. So while everything is loading up, I'll present you right away the my favorite artist of the week, which some of you might know him, but it's yeah, like just for you that are not aware of this, like every week when I'm streaming, I try like to present like new artists, like people that influence me or people that I really like what they do and stuff like that. And I try like to lean a little bit more towards 3D printing, sculptures, like physical kind of stuff, because I mean there's so many good artists at different level. So yeah. So since my stream is about 3D printing, I try to stay in that area. So I present you Dominic Quick. For many of you, like he might not be, someone new, but I mean, like this guy, it's pretty amazing what he can actually pull off. And I think he already like did the few Kickstarter. He got like his own store going on, and he did like even the some of the Overwatch figures, which um, I think he used to work at Blizzard for a number of years before he actually left, and I guess now he's like at Bonfire, but he's doing his own thing as well. So if yeah, see like that's one of the sculpture, but I know that he got like involved with a few of them, and this is like his website. Like I've said, you can find him too like on Kickstarter. I don't know if there's still a campaign going on, but yeah, basically that's his sculptures that now he sells with painting on them. Yeah, just in case you missed it, it's Dominic Quick. This is Dom Quick, and this is the Instagram page, which is Dom Quick again. And yeah, like for this week, I don't have like any particular tool or tutorials. Once again, I apologize. I'm kind of late with all of this, so I didn't really get the chance to look it up something interesting for you guys. But yeah, please forgive me. But in the meantime, that's something that you perhaps maybe could investigate. One of the things that I wish we could, have the chance to see would have been like, I was lucky enough, like, at my work at Ubisoft, they paid us like the master class, the previous one, and Dominic was part of it, and he was showing, I think we saw it before, this mask. Yeah, I think it's this mask, and he was like doing it like with the sculptress, and I kind of really like the whole approach he's using with sculptress. So I mean, like great ideas and even like tools to make those kind of shapes. So yeah, unfortunately I would love to tell you, try to look up for that class, but up until now I don't think it's actually available. I know that the one that Grassetti did in that master class is actually available on Nomon as a on-demand class or something. But yeah, for Dominic, I'm not sure. So yeah, if you get the chance, you know, to see like this tutorial with this head, then please take a look. So I'm gonna head back to my dude. Oh, with my super nice red wax. Do love it. So, how you feeling? Which color should I pick? Should we go blue? That's one of the things. Like when I sculpt, like I tend to always gravitate around the same colors, but I guess it's good for time to change. But yeah, there's like I clearly got my favorites, but you know, like stuff like that, like to me it's, you know, it's a nightmare to work with. So I try like to go like with something more subtle, something more like that, and I'm often using all of the browns. Even like this, I try to watch out, not like to get like something not so strong for the rim light, but yeah, I think I'll go with this one. Looks like caramel, so tasty. I'm just gonna take a little sip. No, bonfire is actually formed with ex Blizzard people. Well, okay, it's a question. Wait, I'm just gonna do something first because tell me if I'm wrong, but I think every time that someone is writing something, you don't actually see it in the chat. So let me just fix that because I think it's annoying for you guys. Um, but yeah, I seriously, I don't know. I would be tempted to say yes because you know why leave Blizzard to go to a more indie-like studio. At the same time, I could understand if Dominic wanted to work like on his own sculpture, and he found like some kind of like part-time studio where he could actually still have like a recurring like kind of a money kind of cash in coming in and working on his own project. Like let's just say like working 4 days a week. I don't have a clue. I'm just saying that, but that would make a whole lot of sense to actually quit Blizzard and now it's freezing. So, but yeah, I'll as soon as it unfreeze, I will try to keep up with that. So just to recap a little bit on what we did last week, I worked mainly on the shield, I think, and one of the thing. Okay, copy, and okay, give me 2 sec. It just got back. Uh, so if I write hello, yes, I think it worked. So superb. And now I got this annoying alpha. Okay, so now we can move on. Let me just bring this back. Okay, so yeah, last week what I worked on was mainly the shield. Some of you might ask, how come you got like this ugly kind of a shape, which is super noisy, and that was just because I was like playing a lot with the live boolean, and that's the thing because live boolean you can always, just to be sure, some of you in case they missed it, you can always like right now I'm creating a boolean with those shapes that you saw like just before, like those shapes, and they're like piercing through the shield, like the torso kind of plate. And thing is, since it's in live, it doesn't apply, so I can still move it as much as I want. So for what I did, like and one of the good friends in the chat actually mentioned to me that in the reference that you see in the corner, I'm just going to bring like a bigger view just to be sure we're not missing out. Like most of those lines are all pointing towards the head, so that's what I try like to do, and I try to keep that kind of a proportion in the center. If you look at my like the distance that we got in that kind of like egg shape kind of a circle, that's what I try to keep. So now I think like I'm just gonna, like I mentioned last week, I'm gonna try to work on other art surface parts. Most of the clothing kind of parts, I'll tackle them later once the character is actually in pose, because I want the folds to really um, have the same shape of the, something that makes sense with the pose. So I want like the proper folds for it. So that's why like for me like right now I consider this like flexible kind of a part of the, I don't know what's happening in here, but yeah. So but still, I'll still try to keep my proportions, move my stuff around up until I actually find something. Um, One of the things that I can't wait to actually start are actually the pockets that he got like on this side right there, and I think that's what we're going to do well, we're gonna start with today, and I found like those Chinese kind of pockets, which are quite cool. So just gonna see if I save them. I'm gonna show you where I'm going with this, because that's one of the things. Even if I'm doing like a character from fiction, I still want like to ground it in reality, because sometimes like the level of detail, even if I only look at the comic, like if it doesn't go high enough. Like I understand like the Greg Capullo, when you draw this, like you want it to into form and stuff like that, but per se like that pocket, it wasn't like detailed at all. But still, you can still understand pretty well the intention behind it. So I'm gonna show you the reference in a second. Yeah, I thought I saved it, but okay, I'll just look it up quickly on my best friend Google, my best computer friend, let's say. So I wrote Chinese leather pouch. So you guys are doing good, by the way. Like it's a Monday, so yeah, I get that you're not like super stoked. If it would be a Friday, that would be a lot more cooler. But at the same time, it would be the last last of the week, and you wouldn't be probably with me right now. So um, just give me a second. I'm just gonna show you what I'm looking for. So I think it's like those guys. Yeah, type 40, 50, 54. Type 54. And yeah, that's it. That's the good stuff. And see, like right now, like they only like did two of them, and in our case we got three. So I'm gonna do like pretty much the same thing. I'm just gonna squeeze one in between, but I'm gonna do the same kind of like stitches treatment on the sides of it. Oh, hello eBay. That's one of the thing. Yeah, like seriously, the number of time I found like good reference on eBay, it's quite amazing. Because yeah, if people want to sell their stuff, I guess like they need to show it quite clearly. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like one for one, but I'm gonna strongly inspire myself by it. So see, like that is like priceless, because even like the wrinkles and stuff like that, you can really understand the fabric. So after that, and even you even get an highlight on that reference, which is great, because we'll need like to put detail that when the highlight actually hit our object, we definitely got like that kind of a reveal of a surface type. So I'm just gonna open up like a few of them. I'm just gonna leave it on the side. It's gonna be my reference. So first thing first, I'm gonna put this there. And yeah, and to be honest with you, many of you know me. I never got like enough reference, so don't be shy on taking more than you need, just to be sure. It's cool like to have all angles. And one of the things that I don't like is actually that when you're like in the flow and you're like sculpting, and then you feel that there's some angle or some part that it's not clear enough, and then you need to go back on Google or any other like reference, like maybe in a reference folder. I feel like it kind of kills your flow, like the sculpting flow. Which yeah, I try to gather as much as I can, so when I start sculpting, I don't need to go back like to go look up for reference later if I need to. I got most of it, so that's why even if I get lost in it. Okay, so I know that many of you told me before it was super annoying, the quick save thing. So I'm just gonna, before I start, I'm just gonna change that. So oops. So we'll go and yeah, even more. Here you go. So No, I'm gonna hide a few bits because it's slow. One of the thing is like it's not clear, but the back view, you know, we see like those straps. I'm just gonna hide before I start talking too much. I'm just gonna hide some of the bits, but you'll see where I'm going with this. Like I need to find a way to attach them, and at the same time I need like to do something that makes sense with the concept. So hey Rayton, man, so happy you could make it at once again 2 a.m. But yeah, just gonna hide this. And once again, it's like you can probably see like from the start since I started, like the silhouette was not quite there, but the more I'm building elements, I'm gauging it, and I'm I'm reworking the silhouette constantly. So yeah, that's an insomnia. That's once again, I feel quite grateful that you spent your insomnia with me. Okay. I'm just gonna remove the live. Just go faster, tiny bit, and this bit is kind of annoying. So, okay, we'll start, and I'm gonna isolate. So if I actually go outside, I can still check my proportion and everything that makes sense, and then go back in. So if I go back to where I was saying, there's like 3 straps coming out, and I'm just gonna smooth this out just to be sure we see them clearly with pouches on them. But where do they attach? So there's like many ways we can go with this, and well, I think the one that makes the more sense is actually there's like some kind of attachment on the belt, and this would go like that. And how about the last one? Should it go like this? I know that in the concept it's not clear, but I mean, I said the concept, but I mean the comic book. Um, hey Archer. Um, I'm just I'm just trying like to find the right before I start putting the straps in. Even this, huh? Right now, like I've kind of like did the low res version of it, but it's not too late to move it around if I feel that it should be more to like that kind of V shape. And yeah, this tape is like I guess it's I'm really like trying to go by feeling of does it look right, even if I know that some of the shape are not. It's gonna be it's gonna be changed and pushed, and because right now like I'm more or less following like the real anatomy, but it shouldn't be too bad. But once again, like what I'm gonna be doing, probably not tonight because I don't want to waste your time, but probably tomorrow morning when I boot up my computer and I work on this, or before I do it, I will just take a look at the anatomy book and then try to see if I can find like all of those shapes within my model, even if you got like fabric or belts or whatever. I'll Okay, so I'll stop for now. So I'll need like to figure out like some kind of attachment, and I'm looking at the concept right now, and I'm trying to. I know that there's like a buckle in the front, which I'm really tempted to bring back over here. We'll see if that makes sense. Okay, so now let's head to the pouch. Looking at my refs. We'll go Z-Modeler. I always get confused with all of those. I think it's flat border, and we'll try it. Okay, it kind of worked. Flat inner. No. Flat island. Yeah. And Q mesh. I'm gonna extrude. I'm saying that, but yeah, no, I'm gonna extrude just to get like a new polygroup. Island. Okay. There you go. Right now. Looking at my ref. First off, I can do the interior. This time I'm gonna try like that flat inner. Yeah. solid group. Okay, and then we're gonna push Cure Mesh. Because since it's a pouch, you know, I want like that cavity in the center. Even if the thickness is not exactly like I want it, it's okay. So I can try like subdividing it just to see how much it looks, and it's kind of alright. But there's like, you know, we got like more round corners and stuff like that. So in that case, it's no problem for now. But I won't like touch topology for now. I'm just gonna complete the whole pouch quickly, and after that I'm gonna tackle that. So in this case, I'm gonna go poly loop. It's not poly loop. It's just like a straight. We'll try this. Because basically I just want like to have this row, and okay, I think I'll just go with single poly. Yeah, yeah. My mic doesn't sound. Yeah, I think it's just me that actually don't speak loud enough, or maybe it's too far away from my mouth. So just gonna go Q mesh and poly group. Okay, I know that there's like in here there's like a normal attraction, I think. No attraction. No, I know that there's like a setting for it. No alignment. Come on, dude. I'm just gonna hide it. I'm just gonna mask it then, just to be sure. Stop it. Ah, come on. You guys remember what's causing this? Oh yeah, you think it's the extrude? The QMesh doesn't like it? Hmm. You're right. Amazing. Thank you, Riton. So I'm just gonna go side view. So just for you to wonder why I'm switching to ZModeler, it's just I'm doing um, it's my hotkey. I put it like on the numbers. Most of my brushes are all on numbers, so it's like 1 to 0. It's all a different brush. It's basically those brushes that you see over here. So, and 9 is actually my ZModeler. Yeah, that's the thing I wasn't sure. You can, if you use the control, it will extrude. It's weird. I remember that you could do that, but I was not doing it for some reason. I must admit, like at work these days, like it's been a while since I have been doing some ZBrush. It goes like into phases when we do characters. It's sometimes there's characters and there's a good part of the time that we're just taking care of the overall character request, or just doing overrides, or it's just like quick changes on existing characters for the game, and we're not like making always like unique type of characters. By the way, is this does the sound actually sound better, or since it's closer to my mouth? Um, Now I'm looking at the, once again, like you probably see, like I'm still like quite a big distance from the rest of the pouch, which is okay. I can this will be like to select later and assign my polygroup, so it will just be easier. It's easier to stay straight, I guess. So this part, say what? I'm gonna go into symmetry, and then I'm gonna do some magic. Once again, I could like do it like perfectly clean, but since it's leather and it's like organic, I don't mind if I'm like a little bit like moving the points around. It will keep like that natural kind of feel that I might be looking for. I think I'm not too far. Um, I know that this. I think I'll go cleaner than that for this though. I'm gonna mask this and that. Okay, almost there. So you guys are still with me? I mean, like what I'm doing right now, it's no secret for you, right? If you guys got like any questions, feel free to ask. And by the way, I don't see that I don't say that often, but yeah, no, I mean, you're more than welcome to say whatever. And even if you guys got like tricks in there that I'm not doing, I mean, please feel free to share. I could. There's no way I actually understand everything that is in that software. I know a good part of it and some ways to use it, but this is, that software. I keep saying it. It's just like martial arts. It's you got different style of kung fu and yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. So actually, I'm a huge fan of martial arts. I used to do like Muay Thai for almost 6 years, and I'm missing it, deeply. I used to do a lot when I was in Montreal, but now that I moved to Quebec City, it's super hard to find like a gym that teach that or do classes. And there's one spot that seems to be quite good, but it's kind of like really far from my house, so it's kind of a bummer. And I'd like to go train during lunchtime, but yeah, there's no school around, so. And even like jiu-jitsu, that's something I'd like to try out at some point. I don't know if any of you guys actually ever went jiu-jitsu, but from what I was understanding, it's quite cool. I like the old, I wouldn't say mind trick, but that old, you're constantly thinking on strategies on how to beat your opponent. And yeah, I don't know, it's a different kind of pace. Uh, yeah. Just to get back at the questions, do you change any of the hotkeys camera controls for ZBrush, or do you have it all by default? Yeah, right now, like to navigate around ZBrush, it's always the same thing. Like it's, and 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 that's the thing. Like it's for Maya, I use the default ones, and at work I use Maya and 3D Max, and I use the default one for Max and for Maya. And I guess it's a question of you know, how just getting like used to it. Like this one, like it's just like I'm using the default one. The only thing that I use like with hotkeys are actually the brushes, and I got like a few things like AccuCurve that it's mapped. But many of the menus, instead of putting a hotkey on it, I did like two custom panels, and those panels got all the stuff that I'm using often. So the only thing like I still need to figure out is like how to actually open up like a panel that goes like one next to each other instead of going down, because this scrolling down is like kind of really annoying, and it's kind of like a time wasting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna add like a few edge loops to this. And right now, I don't know if you noticed, but when I subdivide, the rest like stays pretty much thick. Wait, I'm just gonna, oops. When I subdivide, like even this, it's kind of like it keeps its thickness, but for this part at the top, it kind of become like really thin. Yes, like in the concept, it still look thin, but yeah, I don't like that it stay arch on this side, hard on this side, and then kind of thin inside. So uh, it it's it basically needs like just a edge loop or a crease to take care of that. So that's for the sake of it, because on this side it works well, but not on the other side. I will, maybe I will just like remove that polygon. And then I'm gonna, because I'd rather use creases instead of polygons, because it gives you like less vertices to move around. Delete, complete. Okay, so since I'm in symmetry, it did it on both sides. So now I shouldn't have like that. Like it should be smooth all around. Which once again, it's not what I want, but at least I want it like to be symmetrical on both sides. So, which is a start. I want to look at this corner too. Which, if I look at the pouch, how does that look? It seems to be rounder. So once again, and that's a small trick that I'm gonna try, but if not, I got like another way. But I'll go bevel. For some reason it started like to do that on the other side too. So if I try this, yeah. So I'm just gonna do this. And once I did that, I'm gonna delete. Okay. Okay, it's maybe because something went wrong with the topology. So in this case, I'll use my good old trick, which is insert. It's less precise because I'm doing it manually, but it should work. So, and now it becomes to be softer, the corner. And if I look at the reference, it looks like even softer than that. So I'm just gonna, because what happens is like my topology is still too close. Now it seems to be quite good. I still need like to do sculpting on it, but as a base, I think should be good. And that's the other thing, like right now I could always add, make it like wider. So I'm looking for my insert. Wait. Now it becomes like to be a lot more softer. So for the bottom, yeah, okay. I'll leave it like that for now. What I want to do is like do like that hole in the middle. So I'll try to do a Q mesh. No. Will split work? Yeah, that's it. So I can do something like that. Then Giroux. I think this time I'll do just like Rayton said. I'll go with the extrude. And once again, just to make it like my old video games habit, I will just scale it from the center. So If I just do scale, we'll see if it works. I wanted to do it with the gizmo, but scale. Did I pick poly loop? Yeah, I think so. Just gonna do another group to be sure I isolate this thing in the middle. That should work. Here you go. And then there's like a small kind of a shard that's going up. Just gonna try to do bevel. Okay, so bevel doesn't work. About inset. Kind of. Yeah, I don't know about this one though. So if I go back with this, and then I try the what's it, the Q? No, I'm horrible at this. I can't remember which one I picked. You guys remember which one I picked, like to split the point? Is it split? Oh yeah, I think we got it. Then okay. So this should be alright. Flatten. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. So, what did I miss? Sorry guys, I was like, almost in my own mind right now. Um, yes, you could. Yeah, I mean, like you can model it like in Maya. Like it's for me like one of the main reason why I like doing it in there is like first off I stay in ZBrush. Second of all is like I'm assigning like polygroups to all of those things. But I know that you could in Maya clearly like assign your own polygroups. But that's the thing. Like it happens so often that I'm switching back and forth with different softwares that I kind of like staying in the same one and do as much as I can in ZBrush. But yeah, man, it's at this level, it's like it's you just do whatever you're I guess like comfortable with. I don't think there's like a good or bad way to do this. Okay, so I'm just gonna start putting my creases. I'm gonna start with the easy one, which are just by polygroups. Then after that, I'm gonna go. I could have done it by polygroup angle, but just to change it for a while, I will do it through this crease and then poly loop. For some reason, it seems to work on the opposite, but should be alright. So I'm just gonna go, instead of going, well, just want to be sure I got one inside. Just gonna go do nothing just to be sure I stop wrecking the whole thing. Just checking back and forth that everything is holding up. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with single edge. One there, one there, one in the middle. Right now we'll go for 2. Just for the sake of having something nicer around here, I'll remove this inner edge. It's killing my mojo. No, it's because like it's too close to, whoops, it's too close to the edge, so because of that it doesn't melt or keep that round kind of edge like it should. Even this, I'm pretty sure, whoops. Not too bad, not too bad. I don't know what's happening in here, but just do a close all just to be sure. Okay, almost looks like some kind of bug or weird. Okay, so are we close to our result? I would say more or less, but it's getting there. I just noticed like on this that you know, on the back we see like a little bit of that thing, that flap. So I'm just gonna push it up like a little bit more so we can see it. Just like that, you know. But now I lost that kind of nice. So right now I'm trying like to imagine that curve going through this. So I'm like trying to give like a nice continuous kind of angle. So when I subdivide, it will kind of try to keep that kind of a. It's not perfect by any way because we can see over here it becomes flat, but and I think it's mainly it should do like almost like a sun, you know, like a right now it's pointing towards this, towards that, you know, towards in those one like towards the back, but those two they don't respect that, so I'll address. I'm just gonna go well on the center first, and then okay. Whoops, I just did like a scale, which I didn't want to do. I got confused with my gizmo. So, and then this bit. So like the sun, like this is pointing like that, like that, like, you know, even this one could be even better. Yeah, something like that. So if I subdivide, then, you know, see like my angle is like a lot more cleaner. So, and on purpose, I didn't want to stick it. Like I will wait for this up until the end because I don't want to kill my smoothing groups. But I'm just gonna look around just to be sure everything is reacting almost properly. I got like a little thing here at the bottom, but that shouldn't be a huge deal. Yeah. For the rest of them, I think I will start sculpting it. But that being said, I'll try to sorry guys, I'm super chatty tonight. I didn't really pay any attention to the comments, but before the end of the stream I'll get back at it, so feel free to comment your stuff. Like I still got like a history kind of all the comments, so I'll backtrack and be sure I'm not missing on anything, guys. So okay. So the reason why I didn't um, put them together is just because I wanted to delete the polygons. I don't know what's happening like in the back. It seems like some kind of display issue. So you need to be careful, and the reason why I flip around my mesh is really because I want to be sure I didn't delete anything else by mistake, which seems to be fine. So if I look back at the concept, one of the things that I noticed was like they're all flaring out. So one of the thing I think I'm gonna do, yeah, they're like kind of like almost like a fan, like going from okay. I'll get rid of my poly groups, do like a auto group. I should have like 3 poly groups. I'll just remove what's not supposed to be there. Okay. Then I'll do an auto group with this. So, and right now, if I look at the concept, these seem like to be quite close together. So, I think I barely want to have like some kind of crack in between. So, and yeah, so this is one. I'm gonna adjust the size first before I move it in. Same thing for this guy. Yeah, maybe like a little bit too big still. I'm just gonna. Sorry, this is like a little bit annoying, but it's easier to fix it now than fix it later. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to do just the weld points. I don't know if this will work out. Well, there's totally something weird going on over here, but I'll try it. Okay, it's alright. I'm gonna leave it for like this for now, and I'm gonna deal with it later. So just before it's finished, I'll check the comments. I'm just gonna put the I think I got this enormous ball. Okay. So this is gonna be a merge down. So now they're all part of the same. And at this point I could leave them like that, but I could also do this, and I think they got taper. Yeah. So once again, the main reason why I'm not sculpting in right now, it's more because I want to keep the overall shape, but I want to make it not symmetrical for this. I'm gonna model it, asymmetrical. So yeah. So for right now, I know it's almost done. So I hear my girlfriend upstairs telling me it's time. So just gonna do a mirror and weld, and now we got mostly our pouches. So yeah, let me get back at the chat. Um, um, yeah. Well, pre-drag Basic 16 is actually saying that it doesn't use edge loop anymore. It just creases, and I think that's the way to go, to be honest with you, because it's a lot more easier to work with. So I would only rely on creases as much as I can. So. Um, yeah, Maya is expensive, so I mean there's clearly workarounds now if you think it's too pricey. Yeah, the ZModeler and even like the Ask ZBrush ZModeler classes, they're quite good with Joseph. So um, Stavana, like the tablet that I'm using, is actually old Intuos 2, not 3. No, I think it's, yeah, 3, Model 3, like a with like a ratio like a, all you call it, like 16 by 9. I don't know if you can see it, but it's, yeah, it's just I'm checking on the back if it got the size, but it's, yeah, it's called PTZ 631, and yeah, and 203. So, and it's, it works perfectly fine. I kind of like the sensitivity and all. So yeah, I think this wraps pretty much everything. So thanks again for being there tonight. And yeah, I know it's a slow pace kind of thing, but we'll get there. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.